Uh, so this question is from Parijat Garg. Uh, he wants to understand how much of last year's performance has come because of ownership of foreign stocks in our portfolio, and do you see any elevated risk from these positions now?
Yeah, I'll take that,
Sure.
Rohil. So Parijat again is a dear friend. So he's spoken at our October Quest, and we have interacted closely with him. And Rohil also, sorry, Ronak also has done an interview with him. Uh, from beginning, we have tried not to break up these returns too much, because uh, undue focus goes of unit holders, of distributor partners, of the media on, okay, is this a good time to increase allocation to foreign stocks or reduce, or should we go for full foreign funds, or should we redeem all our foreign funds and buy only Indian stocks and things like that. But nevertheless, this question also more or less gets asked each year, and I'll give indications as to how things have moved and where we see this thing going. So since inception, and this answer may surprise most people, our Indian stocks have done better than foreign stocks. So anyone who thinks that our portfolio performance is because of foreign stocks, if we had been in the same Indian stocks to the extent of 100% instead of having 35% in global stocks, we would have done slightly better than the performance numbers as they are seen currently. However, this does not hold true at all times. So there have been periods where it has looked as if foreign stocks have done better. There are periods when it looks as if Indian stocks have done better. So scheme was launched in May of 2013. That was a period of big pessimism and all of that. So first 8-9 months foreign stocks looked great. 2014 Indian general elections, the political instability question went out, big euphoria, stocks went up dramatically in India. Indian portfolio did exceedingly well, foreign stocks were lagging. Demonetization, GST, border tensions, Indian stocks crashed, foreign stocks were robust. It looked as if going foreign was a great idea. So it's been a yo-yo kind of thing, meaning one cannot draw a conclusion one way or the other based on the current numbers. Net, both components have done better than Nifty 500, so that's the happy part. Both components have done better than the respective indices. So Indian stocks have done better than the Nifty 500. Foreign stocks have done better than the S&P 500. Foreign stocks, if one compares with Nasdaq since inception, they have done less than Nasdaq purely because we were not in Nasdaq all along. So which I have also written in the note. So for a long time we were in non-tech companies in the overseas stocks, and we were not smart enough in 2013 to think that all foreign money should go in Nasdaq. So people who today say that, oh, we could have achieved the same returns by buying Nasdaq 8.5 years back, are indulging in some sort of time travel. If they had that capability to go back 8.5 years, then they could do wonders in many other fields. So yeah, that's the situation. Last 1 year, Indian stocks have done much better than foreign stocks, and one can go through the individual names. So Persistent Systems, Mphasis, CDSL, IEX have grown like crazy in the last 12 to 18 months. Foreign stocks have not gone up, but nowhere close to these kind of growth numbers. Are we concerned about valuations of foreign stocks? Answer is clearly no. Actually, today the situation is companies like Persistent and Mphasis trade at 2x the valuation of Facebook, or trade more expensive than Alphabet and Microsoft and all that. So I am not worried about foreign stocks valuation at all. They are very reasonably valued at.
Thanks, Rajiv.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.